Whatever it takes, I know I can make it through. A Degrassi podcast with Kelsey and Holland too. I know I can make it through.
Hi, and welcome to Whatever It Takes, a podcast about Degrassi the Next Generation. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Holland, and today we're talking about Season 11, Episodes 16 and 17, Lose Yourself. And Kelsey, will you please read us the Degrassi YouTube summary?
Sure. Jenna wants to return to Degrassi, but Casey is afraid that it will curtail his flirtation with Marisol. Sav competes with Mo for a gig composing the music for the school play in an effort to score more time with Ms. O. When Claire hears that Jake has been recruited to work on the school play, she worries that Eli may be scheming something.
This episode was kind of bananas.
It was nutso. I didn't hate it, but it was...
forgot about it.
It was crazy.
Like, it started off and I was like, God damn it, Casey and Jenna. And then it was like, what?
What is
Score
happening?
Club?
What is happening?
Okay.
Who is Mo?
I kind of love Mo, but I'm also grossed out by Mo, but I love him anyway.
I super hate Mo.
Really?
I fucking hate him so much.
He's great in moments, and then he's really gross in others. So I don't know how to feel about him completely, but I don't know. But the episode is called Lose Yourself, which is a 2002 song by Eminem.
Which I still know all the words
It was
to.
written for 8 Mile, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Mom Spaghetti.
Have you seen the YouTube video that's just Mom Spaghetti over and over and over
No.
again? It's incredible. It just stops at Mom Spaghetti.
Oh my God.
They did it with a Kendrick Lamar song too. And also with Smash Mouth.
Oh yeah, I've seen the Smash Mouth. Like, yeah.
Don't stop coming. Don't stop coming.
Yeah.
For 10 hours.
But it's a great like workout song too.
Yeah, for sure.
But in terms of this episode, I mean, I don't know. Nobody really loses themselves.
No. Sav loses himself in the music. The
Oh,
moment.
girl. Yeah, it's not like an episode where someone's like, all right, I'm fighting for this, or I'm losing myself and my identity and who I am. I mean, I guess Jenna and Casey kind of spiral a little bit, and they're like, should we give the baby up for adoption?
Is it like a white trash thing?
Maybe. Could be. I don't know. Whatever. That's all I got for that. The episode starts with, we're at school and Casey's holding the baby, and Marisol comes up and he's like, we need to cool it. She's like, I know, not in public, but we'll meet up later. And he's like, no, Jenna's trying to come back to school, so we gotta stop. But they don't have any childcare, so it's complicated. And I think at one point, Casey's like, well, I can't stay home because I don't have the right equipment. And Jenna's like, don't call my boobs equipment, Casey. And I was like, yes, Jenna, tell him.
I'm liking Jenna more and more, and also I fucking hate Casey.
Casey's still the fucking worst. But then the theme song happens, I think. And then we're in class with Sav. We're in Ms. O's class.
And it's Sav and Shantae.
Right.
And Sav is talking about Ms. O, and he's very clearly into her.
And he's like, did you know she toured with Arcade Fire? And then we learn that she's supervising the score for the school play,
Which is called Love Roulette, which, did they already tell us it's called Love
I
Roulette?
don't
Is this
know.
brand new information?
We knew
I wrote down Love Roulette.
we knew it took place at poker night or
Yeah.
Vegas night or whatever,
Yeah.
but I don't think we knew it was called Love Roulette. But of course it's called fucking Love Roulette.
I just wrote Love
Can't
Roulette.
read my poker face. But yeah, and she's like, oh, I'm supervising the score. You should come by my classroom and talk about it. And he's like, oh my God, sweet. And I'm like, why does everybody have a gross crush on Ms. O? Can we stop this narrative, please?
Because she's the hot young teacher.
Yeah, I know.
That's a thing.
But then we're with Claire and Jake, and they're still like secretly dating while their parents also date each other, and it's still kind of weird.
And then Jake calls Claire easygoing,
I know.
which I was like, LOL.
I wrote, lol, Claire's not easygoing. But Claire's freaked out that Jake is helping with the play.
Also, like, Jake is, I just wrote Jake is such a boy. Because, like, the fact that it doesn't even, like, register to him that, like, oh, yeah, I'm being brought on to be, like, a part of this, like, play thing that, like, my girlfriend's ex-boyfriend is a part of. Like, the fact that A, he wouldn't mention it to her, and B, like, it wouldn't register to him as a thing is
boy thing.
So, like, just such a boy thing.
And he's like, I'm glad I finally found something I like to do at Degrassi. And then as I was watching this, Allegra was like, besides you. And then Jake says, besides you. Yeah. Which I was surprised by that joke
like,
on Degrassi.
Oh, I was too. I was like, okay.
But, like, we all know they're not having sex.
No.
Their parents are both very Jesus-y.
That's true.
But then we're with Jenna and her mommy group friends who are, like, rich and obnoxious.
And have, like, truly no idea what Jenna is dealing with.
And they have, like, nannies. And then one of the ladies is like, well, if only you had a girl, like, I could, like, give you my daughter's old clothes. I'm like, clothes are clothes. You could probably still give them to her. But
yeah.
Whatever.
And also she's, like, talking about, like, well, I've been thinking about, like, doing a nanny share with someone, and, like, they can have her in the morning and I'll have her in the afternoon. And Jenna's like, oh, that sounds good. How much is that? And she's like, oh, just $400 a week.
Yeah.
And Jenna's like, and she's like, I guess it adds up, which is, like, what you say when you buy coffee every day.
Right.
Like, I guess it adds up, like, $5 a day for coffee, but, like,
not like $400 a week to pay a woman to watch her child.
Yeah, guess that adds up.
Yeah.
Fuck you. It adds up immediately. As soon as you get it, you're like, oh my God.
First week is like, fuck, dude. But then
That's $1,600 a month. That's more than my rent.
Yeah, me too. More than my share. Yeah, that's a fucking no, thanks. Bye. But then we're at, like, the Ms. O, like, brought a bunch of students in to, like, do the score thing. And Sav is like, my favorite scores are, like, Tron, The Social Network, and There Will Be Blood. And Sav is also now bitter that he wasn't the only one invited to this party.
Yeah, because now this guy Mo is here and he's a pain in the ass. And he keeps doing the loser sneeze, but, like, for other words, which I fucking hate.
He needs to stop that. But there's now a competition to, like, write the score for this play.
But also the loser sneeze keeps making me think of Bring It On.
Yeah.
Shouts out Jesse Bradford.
Still beautiful.
Oh my God.
Kind of weird, but still beautiful.
Yeah, he got weird, but he's like
he's like hippy dippy weird.
Yeah.
So it's like harmless weird.
Yeah.
I
can live with that.
Yeah. But then we're with Adam and Claire, and Adam is trying to be, like, the voice of reason for Claire, because Claire's like, Eli invited Jake to do the play. He has to be scheming something. Adam is like, calm the fuck down. But I'm like, I mean, I think Claire's on the right track here for once.
I mean, Adam is fucking with her and he's like, maybe he'll poison him.
Right.
Like, he's, like, fully fucking
like,
with
fits.
Claire. Yeah. But also Adam says a good line, which is, the list of things Eli wouldn't do is very short. Which is true.
But then we're at Jenna's house and we see the baby has been left on the floor in his car seat, and Casey's mom comes in and is like, what the fuck's going on? You can't do that. And Jenna's like, this is hard. I can't do this anymore. And we also learned that her brother moved back to Alberta, which is, like, lame.
Kind of a dick move. And also and Jenna's talking to Casey's mom and she's like, well, when did you go back to school? And I was like, obviously never. And she was like, oh, I didn't.
Yeah. I got addicted to drugs instead. We know how this happened, Jenna. But then she's like, I'm going to help you. I think she's like, I'm going to scale back on shifts at the restaurant so you can go to school in the morning.
She was saying that, like, most of her shifts have been at night anyway.
Right.
So she can take the baby in the morning and Jenna can go to the morning school.
Right. And she's very excited because she's depressed, like, staying at home all day with the baby. And then we are back in this score competition thing. And Mo's, like, score does sound, like, more suited to what the fucking play is supposed to be, because Sav doesn't know anything about the play, apparently, and his like his score is all like strings and whatever.
Yeah,
he's
because
like, it's about Vegas night.
Because Mizzo like plays the strings is basically what he's doing.
Yeah.
She
And
like plays violin or something.
Red Shirt Guy, I called him Red Shirt Guy before I remembered what his name was. Mo is like, it's about Vegas night. Like, come on, dude. But then we're with Jenna, and she's surprising Casey at work.
And Casey and Marisol are definitely fucking.
Yeah. And then she's like, guess what? I get to go to school in the mornings now. Yay.
And Casey does not look excited.
Yeah. And then the next day she comes to school, and Jenna and Allie are reunited for mornings, and it's cute.
And Dave wants to see baby pictures.
Dave calls her J-Rock. And
he just loves a nickname.
And then we're in Mr. Perino's class, and he's talking about WikiLeaks. And then Jenna's boobs start leaking, and Dave is like, WikiLeaks, Jenna, leaks. And it's embarrassing. And Mr. Perino is like, do what you gotta do, just don't do it here. And it's a bummer.
It is a bummer.
Then Mo presents his like composition called Love Roulette, and Sav presents his, and it's like his strings with weird beep boops and like slot machine noises in it, and it sounds terrible.
It's not my favorite.
I thought Mo's was way better, and then Sav fucking won anyway, which like doesn't make sense to me. I thought it was terrible.
I didn't think either of theirs was good.
I didn't think either of theirs was good, but Mo's I thought was at least better. It was at least a little bit more Daft Punky a la Tron than Sav's was a hot mess. But I don't know, whatever. I thought Sav's was garbage and it shouldn't have won.
But Mizzo was very impressed, and
she's like, "You won." I'm like, "Why?" But then Mo's like, "Oh, can I help you like put the thing together? Like, do you need any help?" And Sav's like, "I work alone," like an asshole.
Yeah, kind of. They all suck in this
scenario,
pretty much. Yeah.
But then we're with Allie and Jenna. And Allie's like, like trying to help Jenna out and help her like get more acclimated into school. And she tells her about Sav's music thing. He's like, maybe you can help. I'm like, really? We're going to let Jenna help with this thing?
None of it's going to be. It's just, it's a school play. It's not going to be good no matter what.
And then we're with Claire.
Oh, but Allie does decide to be like, but let's have lunch together and hang out because I do miss you. So,
yes.
Which is very sweet.
Which was very nice. And then Claire goes to Eli and is like, leave Jake out of your scheming. And
Fiona and Eli continue to be friends, which is
always
good.
And then they're like in the playroom and Eli's like, when I'm in here, my creativity can't be contained. And doesn't he say something about like, don't worry, he'll be out of the picture soon enough? And Claire's like, what the fuck does that mean? And then Eli just like has a maniacal like grin on his face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't even pretend to cover and be like, I mean, the sets will be done soon.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what I mean. I'm unhinged.
Basically, it's not what he says, but he might as well have.
Well, that's what the look on his face said.
He does actually say something. I don't remember what it was, but it might as well be, I'm unhinged.
I just wrote down, he is unstable.
Mine just says, Eli needs to be on meds again.
And then
just different meds, you guys, just different fucking meds.
And then Jenna goes to Sav, and he's like, oh my God, I need your help so much. I'm like, why are we asking her? You should ask Mo for help. I don't know. And
Sav has just written row, row, row your boat.
And the national anthem, apparently. Love roulette. The game I call roulette. Anyway.
Love it.
And then Mo like steals his hard drive or something.
Yeah.
Does that happen now?
They like go off and then Mo steals the hard drive. Mm-hmm. And my note is, who the fuck is Mo?
And then Claire is like going through Eli's backpack and Adam's like, what the fuck are you doing? Please stop, you're being crazy. And that's kind of that whole scene from what I remember.
Yeah. She goes through Eli's stuff, which is really just the gist of it.
And then we're at home with Jenna and she's like, she's inspiration strikes her. So it's something about like running through the hallways of my heart, or I literally wrote down Jenna writing something about running through the hallways of my heart as her child falls off the changing table. because she was writing a song instead of watching her child.